Rick, you on airplane mode? Yes, I am. Definitely.
Well, I start by saying, kind of look around up here. You know, I met with the parents before we came out. Met with all the parents, and you know, first ones I go to are these 50-year guys up here on this wall: Garrett Adcock, Darian Allen, Jack Lamb, Sam Gentry, Cole Gauchi, Garrett Adcock, Russo, and 3-37, right? 3-37 in the 40 games leading up to me trying to get these guys to come here. And 5 years later, I guess we can say we share the Mountain Division Championship, right? It's a pretty good ride right there. And we had all these parents in here, and I appreciate these guys so much. I mean, it's an unbelievable accomplishment. Unbelievable accomplishment. And, you know, to be able to bounce back again from what happened last week against a really good Colorado State team in an unbelievable environment up there, the way their student body turned out, the way they had that stadium just electrified up there, to be able to bounce back from that whole thing is a heck of a deal. You know, we bounced back from the Boise loss. We bounced back from the Colorado State loss. And, you know, I'm really proud of these guys, really proud of these coaches. Again, you know, the seniors. But I think you have to take a minute before you just delve into the game to look at the bigger picture of it all. And it's remarkable, really is, you know, to win 8 games, have a chance to win a 9th game, to win a piece of this conference title. Pretty good. And I appreciate these kids and I appreciate these coaches because I'm not sure people really realize. And, you know, so before we delve into what happened tonight, I got to say I'm proud of these guys and what we've accomplished here. As far as the game, offensively, wow. Close to 700 yards offense, well over 500 yards rushing. You know, they played us a little bit different than they've played us in the past. They played us different than they've played Air Force. They started out in a 2 high safety look, which they've always played 1 high safety. Then they kind of settled back into the 1 high safety thing. But it was an explosive night. I mean, we may run the ball, but we're pretty entertaining to watch. You know, I watched Navy a little bit today against SMU, and I was just amazed at what Navy did. And then we came out here tonight and did the same thing. Just a lot of big explosive plays offensively. Defensively, you know, we hung in there against a really good offense. I mean, this team's averaged 50 points a game over the last 3 games. You could see the kind of receivers they have. I mean, there were some catches out there. You know, that big quarterback is a weapon, hard to get down. The tailback's a big, strong guy. Kicking game, Jason Sanders continues to kick the ball out. We got the fumble on the punt, which is something we talked about all week. You know, number 25 back there for them takes some chances. He's not going to fair catch. Corey Borquez improved as the season went on. Lilly had a nice kickoff return. So it was kind of an amazing game, right? That's the team that is the hottest team in the league, and we were able to take it to them pretty significantly. Rick, what do you have?
Just talking about Lamar's game, just running the ball, the decisions he made.
Played really good, made some throws, very explosive. He had well over 100 yards rushing, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, 176.
176. What'd Gip end up with?
217.
217. But Lamar, again, you know, we are what we are. You know, we are what we are, and tonight it was clicking without a doubt. But Lamar played really, really well tonight. 28, their free safety, is really a good player. One time he just outran 28, which doesn't happen very often. He did make some throws. We finally got our little flea flicker in where we hand it and flip it back to Lamar, and amazingly he got it off. We kind of broke down up in there. But yeah, I mean, Lamar's a competitor, no doubt, no doubt. So he's a guy that didn't start the season as the starter. He's a guy that, we replaced him with Austin when Austin came back, and he just keeps on going. So, again, he deserves it, and he played really, really well tonight.
Coach, offensively, would you say that's the best half/game of the year?
I'd have to say so, against the team that's representing our division in the championship game next week, a team that is very well coached on defense. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you can't play much better than that. The only thing in the second half, we did have the turnover. We had to fumble, and that was on first down. Chestnut fumbled the ball on first down. Other than that, I don't think you can ask for much more offensively.
Seemed like they were like some other teams had earlier, that reacting to the possibility of the play on the perimeter and
Yeah.
just kind of taking themselves out of the box.
Yeah, I think we, as we continue to go, we've got a pretty good answer for certain things. I go back to New Mexico State earlier in the year when they played those ends real wide and just ran them up the field. I think of different things people have done. We've been together long enough now, and our kids have enough experience that we do have some adjustments, some things we can get to pretty quickly based on how they're playing us. And, not just schematic things, but how they play us technique-wise, that we can kind of make their technique work against them sometimes. So, I think continuity is really a key, having some experienced guys. So you're right. I mean, we've got a pretty good Bible developed of things that we know how to react to.
Coach, you talk about building this program, and did we get a pretty good glimpse tonight of what you're trying to build?
Yeah, I think we have to, again, this is a league that it's, again, at a lot of places around this country, you look at the scores in college football today, just crazy, whether it was Pittsburgh, Syracuse. I mean, I could go right down the line. I mean, it's basketball scores. What Colorado State put 63 on San Diego State tonight. Particularly in these leagues that we're in, and really probably every league except the SEC and maybe the Big Ten, schematically you can do some things on offense. It's, again, getting that defense built to where you can make it a little bit easier on yourself. But, yeah, it's a glimpse like this season has been. I think of we have our little niche, right, and we have our little identity, and I think that's the thing. Craig Bohl has done a great job at Wyoming. He has a certain style of kid. He's going to get there. He's located in a certain place. It's almost like it's North Dakota State and Fargo in Laramie, and he's got an identity. He's got big, strong kids, and they do what they do, and we do what we have to do in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with our scheme. And I think we can just continue to get better and continue to recruit. I do think this next wave of players, and I think Dakota would tell you this, we've got some young, talented guys right now that we're redshirting and that I think people are going to appreciate watching. So I think it's on an upswing.
You came in here with a plan to change the culture and to get to where you guys are now. Over the course of from point A to point B, did you ever have your doubts that you would get to this point?
I know it continues to be a struggle. Again, up at Colorado State last week, I know what we're going to have to do to try to catch them. Like I said, we took our team, I don't know, maybe in hindsight it was a bad idea, but we went down and walked around their campus in the afternoon on Saturday, and you look at their stadium and you look at their facilities and what they're putting into that program. I see the picture of Wyoming, what they're doing in their end zone right now with that new construction that's going on. Certainly Boise State. I look at Air Force, what they're doing. I look at Utah State up there. So it's a battle. It's a battle. It's a battle, you know, and you know, if we're going to beat Colorado State, we lost 2 conference games to Boise State and Colorado State. So how do we close that gap? How do we do that? You know, it takes a lot of things. So, yeah, it's a battle. It's a battle. It's a battle. And it's what it is. 2 conference games, Boise and Colorado State, right?
What do you do now for this next week? Because it's just kind of wait and see where you're going to go bowling.
Go recruit. You know, I'm out tomorrow. The entire staff is out tomorrow recruiting. We're out of here. I'm actually coming back Monday. We have a team meeting. Next week is all recovery. You know, we're lifting. We've got our whole schedule worked out lifting. We'll practice Saturday. You know, we've got some recruits coming in Saturday, so we'll have a practice on Saturday just to kind of get guys back out there throwing and catching. And, you know, we'll just kind of wait and see. It's a lot better waiting than having 8 wins, though, being 8-4, waiting to hear where we're going to go.
What kind of players, if you can't discuss it if you're willing to, are you going after?
We'll talk about that. We're going after the very best players we can go after. I think let's talk about these guys we have right now. Let's talk about all these guys before we talk about the next ones, right? Fair?
Sounds great.
Yeah, let's appreciate these guys before we replace them. We good? All right, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you being here. 12-14 is how we do it, right? That's 5 weeks in a row we've done the middle of the night thing, man.